Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Danish Daniel Benjamaluddin and I will start the group presentation for EPP 331. Today, our group will present a manufacturing analysis of a frying pan focusing on the pan body and handle. First of all, I will start the introduction. So, a frying pan is a common household cookware that must withstand high temperature, mechanical load, and repeated daily use. So our product consists of two different material and two manufacturing process. The pan body made from stainless steel using depth drawing and the handle made from bakelite using injection molding. Through this presentation, we will explain the material selection, components, manufacturing process, and possible improvement of the product. With that, I will pass the presentation to my next group member. Thank you.
Hi, I am Sarvindram, anak lelaki Ramadas. I would like to present about objective of the frying pan. First of all, to analyze the material selection criteria for the frying pan, specifically investigating the thermal and mechanical properties of stainless steels for the body and bakelite for the handle. Second, to explain the manufacturing process involved in production, focusing on deep drawing for the metal body and injection molding for the plastic handle. Third, to examine the mechanism and function of the frying pan, components in relation to their manufacturing constraints. Last but not least, to identify current defects or limitation in the current frying pan design and propose engineering improvement enhance product quality. That's all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day to everyone. Today I will talk about the material used for the pan component for frying pan, but I will split by the 2 point with frying pan body and also frying pan handle. For frying pan body, we will use a stainless steel ISSI 304 where we use it at a paste-based flat bottom, side wall and rim light edge. We use this material because it's high corrosion resistant, good strength and durability, and also is very easy to clean and food safe. For fire pan handle, we use a bakelite phonic design for the main handle body, and we have a grid section. Also, the multi section we use a screw and rivet hole. We use this material because it's very excellent heat resistant, good electrical and thermal insulation, and also is very lightweight and strong. At this point, we can see this frying pan is very safe to use and not give a harm to the user. At my left side, you can see there's an example of 304 stainless steel frying pan that will sell into market. That's all.
Good day. My name is Lau Yujing, and I will be presenting the mechanism and function of the frying pan parts, which are the pan body and the handle. First, the mechanism of the pan body involves transferring heat from the stove to the food through thermal conduction. Its material strength resists deformation during repeated heating and cooling cycles. In addition, the uniform thickness of the metal promotes even heat distribution across the cooking surface. Because of these mechanisms, the pan body provides a stable thermal platform for controlled cooking. It maintains consistent contact with the heat source, helping to prevent uneven heating and local overheating, which ensure that food cooks evenly and reliably. Next, the mechanism of the handle relies on bakelite's thermal insulation, which reduces heat transfer from the pan body to the handle. It maintains rigidity at high temperatures and its structural design resists bending during lifting and tilting. These mechanisms allow the handle to provide safe handling during high temperature operation. It enables controlled lifting and tilting of the pan and reduce handling errors and user fatigue to ensure both safety and comfort while cooking. This concludes my presentation on the mechanism and function of the frying pan parts. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Ong Siu Hui and I would like to talk about the manufacturing process for the frying pan. This slide shows the manufacturing process for the frying pan body, which is produced using deep drawing. A stainless steel sheet is first cut into a circular blank. The blank is placed between a die and blank holder, and a punch deforms the material into the pan shape. For deeper pans, redrawing is applied to achieve the required depth. After forming, excess material is trimmed followed by annealing to reduce work hardening. Surface finishing is then carried out to improve corrosion resistance and appearance. Deep drawing is selected because stainless steel has good ductility and the process produces a seamless high-strength pen body, suitable for mass production. However, issues such as wrinkling and tearing may occur if blank holder force and lubrications are not properly controlled. So for this slide, I would like to introduce the manufacturing process for the frying pan handle. The handle is manufactured using injection molding with bakelite, which is a thermoset polymer. Bakelite is heated and injected into a mold cavity, where curing occurs to form a rigid, heat-resistant handle. After cooling, the handle is ejected, finished, and assembled to the pan body using mechanical fasteners. Injection moldings allows complex shapes, consistent qualities, and good surface finish. Bakelite is chosen due to its high thermal resistance. A limitation of this process is that thermoset material cannot be remelted or recycled, and curing conditions must be carefully controlled.
My name is Sharin Kumar and I'll be talking about the current problem and improvement of the frying pan. So our first problems is hot spots, which is poor thermal conductivity of steel causes uneven cooking and burning. The next is sticking, which means that without oil or coating, food bonds aggressively to the steel surface. So the next will be work hardening, which means that the metal becomes brittle as it is stretched, leading to cracks during the manufacturing process. So the next problem will be the brittleness, which means that bakelite, the handle has low impact strength, handles often shatter and if dropped. So how to overcome this? So our first solutions will be using tri-ply constructions. Use a 3-layer sheet, which means in a stainless steel form, to conduct heat evenly. The next solution is impact bonded batch, which means that a brace of a thick aluminum disc to the bottom to improve the heat retention of the pan. So third is intermediate annealing. What is meant by intermediate annealing is heat treat the pan between drawing stages to soften the metal to prevent it from cracking during long term of heating process. So the last solution for this problem is glass fiber reinforcements, which means that mix the glass fibers into the resin to drastically increase the toughness. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Sharifah Kemin Abdullah and I will be presenting on the conclusion section. To conclude our presentation on the frying pan, there are numerous findings that we found. First, we have demonstrated how the selection of the materials, stainless steel and bakelite, creates a perfect balance between thermal conductivity for the safety and for the user and the cooking. Second, we also analyze how the integration of deep drawing and injection molding allows for high precision mass market production of these two distinct materials. Furthermore, our study identified critical manufacturing constraints such as work hardening and brittleness. Finally, we propose that moving toward tri-ply construction and glass fiber reinforcement will significantly improve the heat distribution and product durability. By aligning material properties that with the right manufacturing technology, we can achieve a product that is safe, functional and highly efficient. And this is our references that we use for our presentation. That's all from us. Thank you.